Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're diving into something that's, well, absolutely vital for any business owner. We're talking about what happens when disaster hits and your income just stops. This is all about business interruption insurance, a lifeline that can literally be the difference between getting back on your feet or closing your doors for good. So let's kick things off with a scenario that is, no joke, every business owner's worst nightmare. Something catastrophic happens. Your whole operation grinds to a halt. But those financial obligations, oh, they don't stop. They just keep on coming. I want you to really picture this. You've poured your heart and soul into building a thriving local cafe. It's the hub of the neighborhood. And then, bam, a fire tears through it overnight. You're forced to shut down, and it looks like it's going to be for at least 3 months. Instantly, the cash register goes silent. But you know as well as I do, the expenses, they don't take a break. So what does that financial fallout actually look like in hard numbers? Let's break down the costs that keep piling up, even when your business is completely shut down. Okay, first, the biggest and most obvious hit, your lost revenue. Based on your regular sales, you're looking at about $150,000 in income that just vanishes into thin air. That right there is a huge, huge blow. But wait, it doesn't stop there. Your landlord, they're still gonna want that rent check, fire or no fire. That's another 24 grand over those 3 months for a space you can't even use. And then, what about your team? You know, the people who make your cafe special. Good people are so hard to find. If you let them go, you might never get that great team back. So you decide to keep your key staff on the payroll. That's another $45,000. But you gotta see it as an investment in your reopening. And look, you're not just gonna sit on your hands waiting, you're proactive. You decide to set up a little temporary pop-up to keep the brand alive and some cash flowing. It's a brilliant move, but it still costs another $10,000 just to get it started. You can feel the financial pressure just building and building. So you've got all these costs mounting and absolutely zero money coming in from your main business. How in the world does a company survive that? Well, this is exactly where an insurance lifeline can build you a bridge over these very, very troubled waters. This is what business interruption insurance was made for. I mean, it's right there in the name. It is specifically designed to be your financial safety net, to step in and cover that lost income and all those relentless expenses when a disaster forces you to shut your doors. Okay, so this all sounds great in theory, but how does it actually work in our cafe fire scenario? Let's decode the coverage and see exactly how it tackles that financial crisis we just laid out. Now this is where you see the real power of this policy. Look at this. Every single one of those soul-crushing costs we just talked about, the lost revenue, the rent, paying your staff, even the cost to get that temporary location running, it's all covered. Yes, 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 and yes. It systematically takes each part of the problem off your plate. So what's the bottom line here? It's this number. The policy is built to cover the total loss. It gives you the full $229,000 you need to pay your bills, keep your amazing team together, and just stay afloat while you rebuild. It turns what could have been a business-ending catastrophe into a manageable crisis. Okay, this sounds like a total no-brainer, right? But hold on. Before you run out and get a policy, there are a few really important details, the fine print, if you will, that you absolutely need to understand. So let's run through these quickly. First, this isn't something you can buy on its own. It's an add-on to your main property insurance. That makes sense, right? Because it's a physical disaster that triggers the claim. Second, there's usually a short waiting period, maybe 3 to 7 days, before the coverage actually kicks in. And finally, and this is so important, you need proof. You can't just guess your losses. You have to have solid financial records to prove what your income would have been. This is where all that tedious bookkeeping really pays off. All right, let's pull the camera back from our cafe for a second and just get to the bottom line. Why does this matter for every single small business out there, whether you sell coffee, code software, or build houses? I mean, this quote really says it all, doesn't it? The hard truth is that most small businesses just don't have enough cash sitting in the bank to survive for months with zero revenue coming in. So for so many owners, having this insurance isn't just about making things easier. It's the one thing that determines if they get to have a grand reopening or if they have to close their doors forever. And that really just leaves us with one final and pretty heavy question to think about for your own business. It's not really a matter of if something unexpected will happen, it's a matter of when. So, are you truly prepared to survive it?